That's right, folks. I have returned!
Start off for automated introduction script. Hello and welcome. Hey humans. You are invited to attend this live stream show. Mr. Zeppo is now. Video game controller like video game controller presenting the Almost Daily Variety Gaming live stream show extravaganza. Live now on both TikTok and Twitch. CTAG Studios proudly presents the Almost Daily Variety Live Stream Show Extravaganza, a special presentation of the Almost Daily Variety Chaos Content Creation Zeppoverse project of 2 many projects. Hosted by the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, your new favorite fictional character from a book series that you have not read yet because it has not yet been published, due to the author suffering from decades worth of writer's block syndrome. Welcome to the Zeppoverse, a content creation project of 2 many projects. Visit the many dimensions of the Zeppoverse at this link collection page, https://solo.to/mrzeppo, a variety chaos production of many projects combining public discourse talk show style podcast, gaming and content creation about creating content, in an episodic live stream show extravaganza format, featuring the self-commodification of the host. For your entertainment, Mr. Zeppo's TikTok Live and Twitch TV dual platform multi-broadcast show of many shows now with new and improved graphics. Featuring Chaos Variety Chaos Roulette Wheel of Variety multi-franchise roster of 2 many games, and never quite enough time to play them all in. New and improved, totally rebooted iteration of this presentation now featuring new special variety completionist collection roulette mechanics featuring an actual roulette wheel of variety choice making, with treats and surprises randomly distributed throughout the week, and at least one new spontaneous idea and or hypothetical announcement per streaming session, plus Zeppoverse world-building moments sprinkled chaotically throughout. Attention viewers on both live platforms. Warnings, ampersand, disclaimers, ampersand, promotional items here. Please be advised, viewers must be 18 or older in order to join chat or give gifts, according to platform terms of service and end-user license agreement. Remember, we are here trying to create a safe viewing experience, and we invite you to participate by also following the platform community guidelines. Standards violators, bots, sales scripts, scams, trolls and stream sniping haters will be called out, openly ridiculed and banned. Warning, the opinions expressed on the social media accounts of the fictional character known as the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo are the very real, very raw, very radically unscripted, very genuine thoughts and considerations and public discourse opinions of the creative content creation artist behind the Zeppoverse brand projects. Please be advised that some of those opinions may possibly be interpreted as potentially unusual, eccentric, or even mildly controversial by certain individuals. Warning, the host of this show, real Robotnik name redacted, otherwise known as the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, reserves the creative license right to occasionally and quite randomly get just a wee bit political, on occasion, and duly reserves the creative freedom rights to do so at any time, on any of his same self-branded social media platforms about almost any subject, with the overt public commitment to balance his own real, raw, radically uncensored, ridiculously unscripted thoughts and conclusions with the disciplined civility of proper civilized public discourse practices of the highest standards. Disclaimer, everyone's free speech rights are respected here, with the important caveat that any and all downright dirty and disrespectful hate speech and threats or insinuations of harm are not and have never been included in standard free speech protections, rendering the issuer of such malarkey responsible for any and all public backlash in response to their bigotry, and also, any and all contributions to the chat that violate the platform's terms of service and or the end-user license agreement will be called out, properly mocked and ridiculed, and publicly corrected by this host on this and any other of his self-branded online platforms. And now, some shameless self-promotion. Please, dear humans, You are cordially invited to join the discussion and dive deeper into the exploration of insert subject matter here, redacted, by listening to Mr. Zeppo's podcast show, available on Spreaker.com and on the iHeartRadio network of platforms. Direct link to the show available on Solo to Mr. Zeppo. Also please, dear human audiences, you are also cordially invited to visit the official TikTok page for the Zeppoverse project here. https://www.tiktok.com/@TheIncorrigibleMrZeppo. When you do visit, please be sure to investigate the content I have curated on my weblog tab for public discourse. So please, dear human audiences, please have fun interacting with your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, in real time here during the live stream show, and engaging with all of his Zeppoverse brand socials. Regarding donations, thank you for wanting to help and support this channel. All donations will go to upgrading the stream setup and surviving the impending dystopian apocalypse. Thank you much confetti bursts and thunderous applause. Thank you. Please donate directly using secure donation website located here. Powered by PayPal. https://ko-fi.com/mrzeppo. Donations are what helps me keep my stream going. They are not required, but are greatly appreciated. Donations are non-refundable. By donating, you are acknowledging you will receive no goods or services for your donation. Finally, dear TikTok viewers, please drop a simple hello or an emoji in my chat so I can more accurately read your name and acknowledge you in between rounds of gaming when I pause to visit the TikTok monitor and do TikTok roll call. Warnings, ampersand. Disclaimers, ampersand. Promotional items have been issued, you have been warned. And now, without further ado, for all that ado was plenty, please give a warm welcome to your new favorite host and fictional character from a book series you have not read yet, because he has not actually really started writing it yet. The weird, the odd, the eccentric, the one and only robot from the future playing video games like a human being in order to survive your local, self-imposed, casually hypocritical, preemptive political apocalypse. The incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Insert robot audience applause sound effect here. CTAG Studios, the production company that exists entirely in Mr. Zeppo's imagination, proudly presents. Enter today's episode title here. Yin Yang Call of Duty. Black Ops 6 Yin Yang Season 4 Yin Yang. Almost. Daily Duty Grind Yin Yang. Please stand by, gather round, and tell your fellow gaming enthusiasts about this fictional character's project of many projects and help this struggling content creating robotic from another dimension find the audience he needs in order to survive. End of automated introduction script.
Good afternoon, friends. Good evening, good morning, and good night to you, and welcome to Mr. Zeppo Goes to Call of Duty Boot Camp, a variety chaos roulette wheel multi-game variety chaos presentation. We will be starting off with a little bit of good old-fashioned Call of Duty daily duty grind, which is our usual thing, to just sort of show up and play, a handful of matches and then move on to something else. But after that, we'll be rotating on through to other Call of Duty games, because I've been nostalgically missing certain modes from Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, which I just can't satisfy the satisfaction that I used to get from them with Warzone or Black Ops 6, which is no dismissal of either Warzone or Black Ops 6. In fact, that's my usual commentary whenever the Call of Duty trolls are like, this new version of the game is total trash. It's like, really, bro? Is it trash? Or are you just hooked up and attached to a deep nostalgic bond to whatever iteration or a version of the game that you felt the most comfortable with, that you gained the most biomechanical neuro pathway alignment with? That's what's really going on. In my opinion, in the Call of Duty community is, I guess, mildly controversial. But I will stand on this hill. I don't want to get eliminated, but you know how the saying goes. I will stand on this hill and shout from the top of it very loudly It's not that the newest game is trash. It's that the game evolves by necessity in order to keep it spicy, to keep it interesting. If every single iteration of Call of Duty was exactly the same, but with ever so slightly different story, y'all would be pissed. Admit that. Admit it deep down in your heart. And you'll feel better about yourselves. Bottom line, it's the nostalgic attachment to whichever game you really were the best at in that moment, the one that you learned the most with, the one that just clicked for you the hardest the first time. You're attached to that and the memories of playing that. And guess what? It's still active. All them games that you talk about missing, you can still fire up the disc and jump in and play. They've been made backwards compatible with the newest. Well, I can only speak for Xbox. I don't know what's going on over there in PlayStation land. But, oh my god, now everything is chaos. They're all But one of the things I like to do is take a little randomly chaotic tour through the collection of Call of Duty games that I've collected. For those of you who do not know. Hang on. Here we go. Welcome, friends. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, fictional character from a Robotnik parallel universe that you've never heard of because it originates in a book series I've only just started collaborating with an AI agent to get done. Because I've got all the ideas trapped in my head, but I have writer's block. So, and some people will say that's cheating, but I assure you we're going to go through a whole development process so that it's really what I want it to be and not whatever the AI spits out. Or we're going to fail. I don't know. That wasn't the point. The point is, I'm an old school gamer. I picked up video games as soon as I got stranded here in your bizarre and quirky reality. And I have been gaming since before most of you were born. All right? But I'm brand new. Well, I'm 3 years a junior noob in like my high school training program of getting good at Call of Duty. Okay? Most of the players out there in the community have been playing for 5, 6, 8, 10, 15, some of them 20 years. I've been playing for 3. So that clarifies my perspective on the franchise. They're all awesome. They all have their interesting, unique features, and they all have the core things in common that the game has carried through. And all of them represent a stage of evolution in the franchise. None of them really suck compared to the other. Vanguard is glorious. It's awesome. It's great. But people poop on it. I think it's that nostalgic attachment to whichever one hit the sweet spot in your development of and acquiring of the skills to play the game that people are hooked up on and hung up about, right? As a third-year noob, I have found that I like the new engine generation of Call of Duty games the best, but I still love the old ones. And gloriously, you can still jump into the old lobbies, and although some of them take a little bit of time, you can also organize with your friends. Let's start a clan that does old Call of Duty title invasion nights. Let's go. So tune in for all that craziness. And the other thing I'm setting out to try and do this week, although I keep saying it and then not doing it because I'm a terrible, terrible robot from another dimension that is just lacking in what you humans call discipline. We use a different word where I come from, but I digress. The resetting. Sorry. I think in my original Robotnik language, and then I gotta translate everything to your primitive human English language, and sometimes that causes traffic jams in my neural processing network. I was trying to say that this week, I hope, I'm finally gonna get my nonsense in gear and get back onto the Call of Duty campaign action, as well as revisit all the games that I've been missing out on because I've been in a weird, funky mood and haven't been as aggressive in my rotation through the variety chaos
as well as checking out all these demos that I installed because they looked cool and cute and fit. They were tiny little installs. My Xbox is like this, like no more games, dude. I'm full. I had to get rid of a couple games, like bought and paid for games that I just haven't been playing. I love the idea behind Ark Survival. And then when they announced that they were shutting down or releasing a new Unreal Engine 5 remaster of it, I was like, cool. So I went ahead and just bought and paid for it because I was flush at the time, and I figured it'd be worth it because I'd be getting all the old school pre-release, all the previously released DLC as part of the bundle, which I didn't have access to using the Game Pass version of the previous version. I was a little disappointed because it doesn't feel that much more amazing. It is exactly the same game, and that game is massive. It's like up there with No Man's Sky, of just like mind-bogglingly too big. Too much game for anyone to play in a single lifetime. And let alone in rotation with all the other games that I'm trying to enjoy. The whole gimmick here is that I missed out, although having been a gamer since before you were born, I missed out on the first 20 years of Call of Duty history. I'm now joining the party very late and overcompensating for the FOMO, the frustration of having missed out, not the fear, because I did miss out, the frustration of having missed out, and I'm now overwhelmed by too many games and not enough time to play them all. I wish that I could duplicate myself so we could simultaneously stream and play multiple games at once. But tragically, that was one of my superpowers that I was robbed of when I got dumped here. I got left here by some friends, some Judas friends of ours, right, DJ Zed? DJ Zed, are you still rocking out with your Robotnik music? I don't have the monitors on in my head. I can't listen to myself talk. My brain short circuits, which is weird because I get accused of enjoying, listening to myself talk. Nothing could be further from the truth. I enjoy outloading or downloading or uploading, whichever is the most appropriate term in your mind, for like sharing all the weird, crazy things trapped in my head. Not the least of which is a multi-book series of many book series franchise that has been living rent-free and frustratingly trapped in just fractal holographic bundles of imagery and ideas and character and action-adventure, like action sequences that I cannot, when I sit down at the typewriter, force out. Like it's like trying to give birth to a baby that just wants to camp out inside and doesn't want to give up that cozy womb and the free rent. That was a really weird analogy, and I apologize because it was probably gross to some people. But I digress. Clip that, Eclipse. Ow. Do you ever just almost knock out your two front teeth while you're trying desperately to not suck down all the coffee in one gulp? That's what just happened. I need to quit that. It is the vice that I cannot give up. It's so good in my mouth and so bad everywhere else. Like, it's amazing, it's a miracle, it's magic from like here up, but then from like here down, it's toxic waste and it's trying to kill me. Why do you people drink this? Why did you make me start drinking it? Okay, enough tomfoolery. Let's dive into the game. DJ said, oh, perfect timing. And 3, 2, 1. Thank you for playing your music. Beautiful. I'm going to mute my microphones, and I'm going to play headset free today. Because I don't want to even risk the crazy headache thing, which I've over-explained a dozen times. And I'll over-explain again because no one really watches my show. Shout out to the one viewer according... Oh, we gotta go do TikTok things first. I forgot about that. Jump with me through the portal of infinity. There you go. I like to make up little songs sometimes. Clip that, Eclipse. Okay. Oh, TikTok, you're already up. Swampy joined recently. Thank you, Swampy. Anybody else? There's been 37 viewers and 1 new follower. Thanks for the new follow, whoever you are. I am so sorry that I didn't call that out in real time the way all the much more popular and totally way better streamers do. I forgot to add the camera here, and I was totally mugging at the camera, and it ain't there. Camera added. Whoa, way too big. But let's do the transformation thing. So, regarding TikTok, what just happened? No, undo that. It just went the wrong way. Come here. Capture device. Transform. Fit to screen. There you go, buddy. Now TikTok looks a little better, except we gotta move it. Move it, move it, move it. We gotta move it. Isn't that a song you guys dance to? There we go. Alright, and then this one on this side's gonna go like the Scooby-Doo sound effect. You guys have Scooby-Doo here, right? Scooby-Doo and his champions of ghost fighting. That's what we know it as over there in my place, my timeline, my universe. Okay, thanks, Swampy. Okay, so the reason Austin Central followed me. Thanks, Austin Central. There we go. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's my eyeballs. There's something about, where are my auxiliary eyeball lenses? Here we go. Autism Central. Ooh. I hope that's like a badge of honor and you're representing and not trying to use that to pejoritize other people. Devin Victoria, hello, thank you for dropping in. So to everybody who's listening to me now on Twitch, I am streaming to Twitch live using Streamlabs desktop, not the Twitch streaming app, because they don't have it out for Mac, at least not yet, at least not that I'm aware of. Let's go check. F it, we're here. We will get to Call of Duty in a hot second. Twitch streaming app for iMac. Let's see if they got it out yet. I've been asking them for Twitch Studios OBS. Oh, I don't need a thing. Oh, sorry. Well, first of all, I wrote the wrong one. Twitch does have their own streaming app, although I think they shut it down. TikTok. I used the original. There was back in the day a Twitch-built application for doing that. To stream live on TikTok on iMac, you can use third-party streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs. Yes, I know. Virtual machines like Parallels to run Android, allowing you to connect to the Mac to TikTok Live. Ooh. Restream.io. I used to use Restream.io, but then I realized they were a redundant middleman that was costing me way too much money. And then even the free version was not that useful. Come on, oligarchic tech bro empire dudes. Stop screwing everybody over. You will make more money if you make your shit cheaper. More people will use it. Duh. Clip that, Eclipse. What are we talking about? Okay, so apparently we can use a virtual machine like Parallels to run Android on my desktop and then use that to inceptionize using the Twitch app, the TikTok app. I've been meaning to try that. I also apparently now qualify to use the live streaming app directly on my phone, which I didn't used to qualify. And I don't know why I qualify now, because they do not have 10,000 followers. I sure as fuck wish I had 10,000 real human followers instead of all these freaking third grade level chatbots dropping solicitations for services that violate terms of service that I don't want, I don't need, and I couldn't even afford if I wanted them. That part of the whole streaming experience really chaps my hide. And I need your help, dear human viewers, to overcome it. Because I need real human viewers and not inferior automated chat thingamabobbers selling me services I don't want, nor can I use, nor do I need, nor can I afford them. Enough about that. Okay, wasting time doing that. Let's check in with the roll call. Devin Victoria, you are the most recent follower. Autism Central, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the 13 likes, whoever dropped those. We'll be back to take more TikTok roll call if I remember to do it. I have a very faulty short-term memory. Not because of the reasons you might make fun of me for. Ooh, look at that crazy dip in service. What's going on, internet? At least the new settings are now very much more stable than they used to be. Hallelujah. All right, you silly chat timers that are not actually chatbots. I wish you were an actual chatbot so you could moderate my chat for me by actually engaging in conversation with the lovely real people and, the robots that come in here to pester me. Without further ado, let us enjoy the perfectly crafted Call of Duty opening moment and then jump into a match or two. After we do about, I think, a maximum of 4 standard Call of Duty multiplayer matches, we're gonna spin the wheel of chaos, variety, and see about playing other Call of Duty games that we haven't touched in a hot second. So let's go. Muting microphones to avoid echo chamber. Turning on my giant speaker things, which are not really that giant, but sound so good, so that I can enjoy the game with my ear holes instead of the headsets, because those give me a headache, as I've already explained. Thank you for your patience. This means I won't be chatting very much in the middle of the match, but you'll see my face, and you'll see me react, and then we'll chat about stuff afterwards. And then if I start to get annoyed, I'll switch to headsets. It drives me nuts. It's a catch-22. I'm annoyed when I'm wearing the headsets because of the limitations and I think I perform slightly better with speakers, but then I can chat. But then that means I get distracted and start talking in the middle of a match, and then I don't play as well. But then when I'm streaming with headset free, I gotta mute the mic, which means I can't grunt and make weird commentary and shout out the random hellos to the people who are dropping in the middle of the match. Please consider yourselves recognized and appreciated, even if I'm not, commenting on your names and stuff. Like I just showed you, I can't do it in real time the way others can. All right, here we go. Wah, wah, wah. I didn't realize there... Oh, yes, I did. I saw an article about that today. I totally saw an article about an update. Ba-dum-bum. How long is that going to take? Hopefully not too terribly long. We've also got a bunch of games that... Oh, it's not. Okay, good. Let's feature some of the games I want to do a first impression review on. I'm not going to limit them to Fridays anymore. Although I love the alliteration of themed days. But I went and did it. I remember this game catching my eye when it first came out. And I want to support, I do genuinely appreciate and value supporting, gaming studios of all kinds, especially those that feature representation stories of minorities and people of color, etc. As someone that looks like I'm not a minority, but totally am because I'm a robot, an animatronic, silica microbot cellular organism from an animatronic future in a galaxy far, far away in a parallel universe that's parallax to your own. In other words, we will never intersect. Is that what that word means? Am I misusing that word? Oh, that update's almost in. Sorry for the delay. What does parallax mean? I've been using it a lot lately, and I'm not sure that I'm using it correctly. Which device am I going to look it up on? I'm going to use my phone so I don't have to push any buttons on the thing. Oh man, I got this song stuck in my head. I wish I could play it for you on stream. But I can't. But occasionally, and I forgot to do this lately, I like to make real life... I like to make real life recommendations for music that people should listen to if they've never heard it before. Four Non-Blondes, What's Up? If you've never heard that, I recently posted that to my personal Facebook page because it's an underdog song. It's a rebel song, and it's a song that should make the rounds of newly rediscovered virality amongst people who've never heard it. So go listen to it. Go sit with it for a minute and really hear it and feel it and think about it. And then share it with people who might also appreciate it for what it is. But the other one is K-Word Me Softly. I'm scared of using that word. Killing Me Softly. There's several iterations. You might be of a certain age that you might recall having heard like the awesome remake slash remix of it, where somebody dropped some dope ass hip hop beats underneath and on top and all over it. But there's an old school version of it that is like classic rock style acoustic. Tears you apart inside. It's so good. And that's about domestic violence, if I'm not mistaken. And like overcoming it and not letting it, put you down. I could be wrong. That's my interpretation. I've always understood it to be about like an abusive partner. But I digress. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Okay, it looks like the update's taken in. So we'll be taking a look at a couple of these games. First impression, look at Tales of... I can't see that little word in Zao. Also, this looks super dope. And I don't know if it's a new game or an old game that's been remastered or something, but it looks awesome. So we're going to play the demo, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the full version of the game comes on sale soon. And then this looks adorable, and hopefully isn't too expensive if I like it. And then this is a classic series that I've always wanted to try, and is like apparently being rediscovered here on Xbox because they got some sort of remaster reboot thing. Anyways, okay, back to our objective. Let us launch the game now that we've installed the pending update. And again, please indulge me in my fanboy nerdiness, but this opening sequence is perfection. It's so well designed. The music is on point. The visuals tell hints and bits of the story, and it just sucks you in and gets you ready to be in the Call of Duty universe. Let's go! That's weird. I've never seen that signage before, but okay. I guess it was still thinking about the update a little bit. All right, I lagged there because I got tired of the squeaky chair, and I tried spritzing it. I don't think I got the right spot. It's still squeaky as fudge. But I also got like WD-40 all over my hands when I did it, which is gross because I don't want to touch my controllers with that. So I had to go wash my hands. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and I still feel icky. My hands still feel, and the chair is still squeaky. Wait, maybe I gotta just work it in a little bit. You should see what I look like right now, like a complete fool wiggling around in my chair trying to get that WD-40 to find the squeak. Alright, I'm gonna stop because it sounds terrible. So apologies. Oh, you won't hear it because I'm gonna mute myself when we get into the match. Here we go. Rock on, friends. Uno momento, por favor. Vis-a-vis, my hands are extra icky now. I don't know if it's paranoia or what, but the whole WD-40 incident, because it's slightly less squeaky now. Still squeaky. For one brief, glorious week, the squeak was totally gone, and then it just crept back in. So now I gotta spritz it weekly? Life is such a scam. Everything is about nickel and diming you. Everything! And it's starting to drive me nuts. Everything should be free. But then again, people I think I'm crazy because I come from a robot universe where we started off living in the Star Trek ideal where we said, economy, why? We build ourselves and build the things, then build each other. Why do we need to trade widgets to make that happen? Anyways, I digress. I'm going to take a hot minute. I'm going to go wash my hands and dry them properly, and maybe even get a little wipey thing to wipe down my controller because it's feeling icky. So that'll be a bit of a delay. I apologize. I'll be right back. All right, I got my hands washed. Like earlier when I said I washed my hands the first time, hang on, I'm gonna have to unplug this controller. I just rinsed them, and I didn't really do a good job of finding a clean towel to dry them off on because everything was in the laundry. Let me swap this controller out. I'm still not sleeping through the heat. I'm sleeping into the heat. I'm waking up right when it's starting to get super hot, which is dumb. It's supposed to be sleeping until later in the day, waking up later than this. But I woke up at exactly 4:20, which is also sort of in my universe, magic golden numbers. That's like seeing 11:11 11 times with 11 signs of synchronicity. Okay. I am, you can't see it, but I'm totally wiping down my hair. Let's put on the, there we go. Wiping down my controller, which one should do every once in a while. very carefully with a like antiseptic sanitizer wipey thing, and obviously not when it's turned on, so that you don't, short circuit shit. Okay. Other one feels fun. I guess I can give it a quiet note too. So, hello friends. Who's all out there? Greetings, greetings, greetings. I see I have a standing average of 1 viewer on Twitch. Don't be shy. Say hi. What is it with people who, I guess I don't know. I shouldn't complain. I am just mystified that, like, all I get is sales bots. I was promised a thriving community of supporting fellow gaming enthusiasts that want to watch other people game and then support them financially. That's what this platform's about. And I'm over here struggle busting it because, like, all I get is solicitations to spend money on services I don't want, I don't need, I can't afford, etc., etc., etc. Oh, I just remembered I was supposed to be doing spring cleaning today, and I bailed on that really hard. I woke up with the need for speed. Well, that doesn't really work here, but the need for Call of Duty, but it doesn't rhyme. It's a line from that movie. Any hoodles. Here we are, friends. Let's fire the game back up again. See what I mean? Literally, right now. Come here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Where's the desktop portal? Oh, I didn't move my camera out of the way. Let me hide my, I'm gonna hide my face on Twitch side. You TikTok viewers can still see my face. You see that right there? See where my camera was? Down below. Maybe for Twitch viewers, I would need to like expand the whole page. But that right there, it reads, I can't see. I know what it says, but I can't see it. It is labeled possible ban evader monitoring. I'm not going to read the thing. I am going to, although it's probably useless. I'm going to send them the full riot act of all the things, all the items on my chat rules thing that I wrote that's too long that I'm surprised. These guys, I don't think that they're actual human beings. I think these are all just one-tiny chatbots that just come in and be like, bloop, here's the chatbot. Bloop. Anyways, that's all I ever get. Day in, day out, over and over again. Please, dear gods and goddesses of the gaming universe, bring me an actual audience that actually wants to support me, because that's what this platform's about. And I think I'm doing a pretty fun job of commodifying myself for other people's entertainment. Here we are, friends. Let's go. I just wish it wasn't so effing hot in my room right now, and that air conditioning wasn't so expensive. All right, I digress. Let's get back into the game. I might tap out because of the heat. I don't like running my machines in this temperature, and I don't know why I started up this early. I should have done other things that require less intensive computing. In fact, I seriously might just tap out in a hot minute because of the heat. But here we go. We're going to do at least one more to make this worth the effort. I am totally going to make that screenshot of the replacer my new gamer tag. Anyways, here we go for a match. Boom. Howdy, friends. Howdy, friends. Hello. I feel like it's time to tinker my loadout. I do like this new machine, and that's just raw iron sights. I dig it. It's all right. I cannot wait to get at least extended mag 1 up in there. Ooh. Because right now it's like done, right? Anyways, yada yada yada. Bada bada bada. Diddlin diddlin. And how does that go? That was 2 different songs. That was 2 different video game references at once. Got gunk on my keyboard. That's what I should have done today, is clean my keyboard. I did something. I accidentally opened Apple Music. No. I don't want Apple Music open. Get out of here. Fuck off. Sorry. So distracted. How did I accidentally open that? Remove options. No, I want to get rid of it from the dock. Quit. Oh, it's still active. That's why. Remove from dock. Okay, what was it? Oh, before we tinker with our loadouts, let's go see if we need to do TikTok roll call. Boop. Okay. 2008 is not bad. I kind of wanted to sit at 3,000, but hey, that's what we got. Close this tab. TikTok roll call. Something I couldn't read. D's Nuts. Is that D's Nuts? Andy Tacos. Somebody else. Chelsea. Alina. Compa Didaba. Haley. Hello, everybody dropping by. Thank you very much. If you want me to not butcher your name, when I come by over here in between rounds to do TikTok roll call, and I'm not going to do it every round, every match, because that'll take forever. Forgive me. I wish that Streamlabs desktop had a better integration so that I could read off your names, like more immediately. Although, even if it did, I couldn't do it whilst actually playing. I can't play the game over here and look at stuff over here and not suck. If I want to try to even remotely improve my skills, which I have been doing. When I started out, you know what I haven't done? It'd be fun to go look at Modern Warfare 2 and see where my lifetime KD ratio was. And compare it to where my lifetime KD ratio is and is developing to be right now here on Black Ops 6. So anyways, yes, thank you to whoever you all were over on TikTok Live. If you're still there and I accidentally butchered your name, I'm sorry. But as you could see in the thing, it scrolls by really silly fast, and it doesn't help that it's one line instead of a nice, beautiful, sustainable, easy to read list. Dear TikTok, fix that. Amen. Hallelujah. Okay, here we go. Let's jump back over here. Let's jump back into the video game. Oh my god, the squeaking. Loadouts. Time to change things up. Do I want to swap? Do I want to do a rebuild? I know what I want to do. This is the new push. I don't think we've put the new LC10 up yet, huh? We've built one. Oh no, I put it together with the thing. Yes, I did. So that's what those are. Okay. Let's use the one with our basic scopes just to see how that feels. We got to grind them anyways. Oh no, let's keep that this glow in the dark thing. But we're gonna. Oh, I know what we wanted to do with this. Let's go. Bump. Let's build it on this. But now that we've got that, let's put in an optic. Let's start with the Meta Kepler. Barrel reinforced. Ranger combat stock. Steady aim laser. Alright, we'll give that a whirl. I want to try to sneak in FMJ, but I think we'd have to build an 8 attachment version of this. But for anybody who's like, I ruined my blueprint because I added stuff and took stuff away and I don't remember what the original attachments were. That's how you prevent that problem. Make a copy. Okay, amigos. Okay, XM4. Oh, that's right. We started off in all iron sights mode here. Let's go ahead and swamp out for the one with the scopes. Oops. There we go. These aren't even scopes. They're just like lens optics. Oh my god, I clicked too many buttons. Let's go back in. Let's see how much this helps. I wish I could rock that with... Let's what does this one do again? Enemies on a kill streak get a unique minimap marker and drop bounty packs. Hunter's instinct, killing an enemy marks the direction of the next closest enemy on your minimap. That doesn't really feel that useful. Vendetta. Now I know what that weird icon is. It's this Vendetta thing. Respawn, mark your killer's last known position for a short duration. Get a bonus score. I like the bonus score for, getting revenge. But the icon doesn't really help much, honestly. Because, they're not there anymore unless they're camping. Let's go this. Yes. And Quartermaster. I think that's going to be my new favorite combo of everything. Of perks, even though it is fun to get that triple deck combo. I also sort of love certain specific things and don't mind if it doesn't give us the pentultimate triple deck. There we go. Yeah, we're going to adjust these. Sorry for the boredom. So what's up, dear viewers? How many of you actively play this game? Drop me a message. Let me know. Also, shoot me a friend request. I'm always down to team up with people, but you gotta be chill and relaxing, groovy, and not be blaring crazy, distracting noise through your microphone. Please. I don't mind chit-chat. I don't mind chit-chat with my own teammates. I wasn't on headset, so I kind of wanted to jump in and talk with those folks about controllers. I didn't mind. I got a little snappy. I didn't mean to sound like I was angry. I just, generally speaking, I guess because I'm an old school gamer that grew up, I literally grew up without voice chat. Everything was text in all the games, right? In my MMOs, you had to stop what you were doing and type. It wasn't until I started playing MMOs on the Xbox that I was like, oh my god, you can chat with your people with your microphone? That's so cool. So in games like this that require focus, precision, split-second decision-making, as opposed to an MMO that's a little bit lower stress load, I think. I mean, yes, the action can get pretty actiony in an MMO, but it isn't this. It isn't Call of Duty level, instant soccer elimination type action. You got a little bit more room to maneuver and stuff, and to not be so hyper focused. I think, for me, anyways. Speaking of MMOs, I've been neglecting all my favoritists that I need to get back to. So many games, and never enough time to play them all in. All right, I'm just gonna finish tweaking this, and maybe make a couple of other adjustments to this loadouts. To these loadouts, we're going to load out some loadouts. Like I was saying, I'm really missing some of the larger map modes from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I think most of them are in Modern Warfare 2. So we're going to go back later today and visit those. And I know that one of the reasons that probably they're not in this game, or modes like it, are not in this game because they make they're two different sub-universes. The Modern Warfare universe storyline is its own world, its own storyline, so it's got certain things. Like, to the best of my understanding, we're never going to see shipment here in a Black Ops game. And we're never going to see Nuketown over in a Modern Warfare game. And then there's, the World War II theme games. That's its own other universe, which sort of shares stuff. I don't think they have Nuketown, but they have Shipment. But I guess I don't know where Vanguard fits. It resembles and has maps that I think are more connected to what's got Shipment at any rate. So I guess it counts as a modern warfare, but it's not because it's World War II. They are their own sideline, which is fine. I've also been neglecting Call of Duty Mobile, which I used to play better at. Like I was better at mobile than I am at. Let's just add this Kepler on these guys. Even though there are other optics that I like ever so slightly better, we're playing a goofy loadout building theme, which is just playing with bare minimum stuff until we find a nice thing. I already got an XM4. Let's swap this out for something else. Do we have a Kilo yet? I don't think we do. Let's not do that one. Let's pop that one in, but give it the Kepler. Although I love the Volzhansky, however you call it. Probably messing my blank loadouts. I like to keep a plain blank copy of all the things, but whatever. We'll fix it later. We can always strip things down again. So another thing I'm probably going to do later is like delete redundant builds and narrow things down so I don't have like a million builds sitting around that I'm not using. Too much content, never enough time to use it all. There we go. We'll leave that one because it's a blueprint. Oops. It's the rest of the list, a bunch of blueprints, I think. Like, oh no. Let's leave those alone because I like these ones the way they are, I think, and it'll be fun to futz with the comparisons. Let's drop into Season 4 Mosh Pits. Am I still muted? Yes. Actually, that's the problem. One of the things that makes me sad is I do like engaging with community. Let's pop it back open. No, I don't want to leave the lobby. Am I going to put on the headsets? No. We're just going to listen until I get annoyed, I guess. If there's too much noise or too much useless, like distractionary chatter, I'll cut it out. I'll mute them, but I don't know what the point of that is. I don't know why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this, universe? Help me. Let's go. I want to play with the glasses on or with the glasses off? Maybe I should be playing with my glasses on, even though it causes all kinds of glare and reflection in my live stream. I don't know. Let's go. Oh, this is the wrong machine for this. Start with that. Okay. I have that problem where like I ADS like a. Why am I talking? Woo! Arg! Oh, too bad you don't have an... Oh, no! Nope, there's no jumping up on that. Come on!
Oh, I killed my phone.
Dang it! This map is confusing. Yes. Woof.
Shit, what's up? Yeah? What are you doing to Merced?
Woof. Wow!
We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
Oof. Means they're coming back from behind. Or not yet. What the fuck? What did I just see? There we go. Oh, come on! I was looking for them and they were fucking right there! Woof. Oof! Walked into that spawn.
They never stood a chance.
Okay. Felty Polecat. Ladra. Woof! Woof! That wasn't the Ladra. What? They switched and it didn't show what it was. Oh, the echo chamber was up and running. Great, yay. So anyways, I love that they do little surveys. I always have a blast, win or lose, even if I'm, bucking and moaning and whatever. It's about enjoying the experience, regardless of the outcome of any particular match. I think. I want to tinker, but also I just want to get on with it. Let's do another one. Okay, friends, I'm going to mute though so that we don't get the echo chamber in the match. Sorry about it when I do leave it open. I sometimes miss the button or whatever. Here we go. Yo, 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 if you're lurking, don't be shy. Please say hi. Okay, I gotta focus now. I'll chat with you afterwards. Good times, good times. I dig this map. This is going to be a great map to play like larger strategery on. This is the kind of map that I'm going to want to run into with an actual squad of teammates where we're actually coordinating with each other. This is the kind of map where you can be on a squad of, I don't know if it's 6v6, I guess it's 6v6. And you can split up 2 and 3, or 2 and 4, or 3 and 3, or, you know, and run actual maneuvers. Actual, like, hey, you guys go flank, we'll stay here and decoy. You know, stuff like that. Which I don't get to do because I'm not, I've been not on top of my organizing an actual in-game guild like I used to. We still have the in-game guild that's available in Modern Warfare 3 and 2. And if anybody's joined that recently and is coming by to watch, hello, thank you. I just hit the microphone, sorry. Let's drop these tokens. Let's pick a thing. We're doing that. There's no more new weapons? Only 2? These zombies in prison things are weird, but I get it. It's part of the storyline. Oh, I wonder what that's about. The loading screen, yes. It's a weird calling card. Oof. Ouch. That would hurt. Why is it hot dog themed? So many weird questions. All right, we're gonna start knocking this row out. Do I have to set each character that has multiple outfits to random too? Probably, huh? Because they're each like loaded. Come here, you. Get in there. Or does just setting it to random set it to random? I don't know. Now I want to go through, now I want to go through each one and set them to random. Yeah. So that they're actually set to that instead of loading up a specific one when it's their turn to be random. That'll take forever. Winter guys. That's a dope outfit for snowy places. What's this? Oh, that's that bundle. Enough bundles for me for now. Although, what's this purple thing? Oh, that's the I don't like that one. Even though it is purple. Oh, Adler finally has other outfits. I didn't know he was this snake dude. Year of the Snake. The color change is kind of cool. I will admit that. It's weird, and I get why the hardcore milsimmers don't like it, but whatever, you're a milsimmer. Go play a more boring, drab, tedious game where everybody looks the same. That is a badass Adler right there. Previously, my favorite Adler is the one with the fedora, which I think is from Cold War. I don't think I have unlocked him, but he is unlockable in the game. I think. Anyways, this is tedious. Sorry. But we're doing it. This is just like setting up my loadouts. I just want to make sure that it's actually activating the randomization. Because that is fun. I like random. Variety, chaos, variety. Did I do all of them over here now? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. It's right at the bottom here. Bounty. Hello, Milsimi version that's boring. When do we unlock this? Prestige 9. See, it shocks me, and I wonder, I'm a little suspicious. I've been seeing people rocking the PJs, which is a Prestige 9 final reward for hitting level 50 in Prestige 9, since like season 1. Like, what? Is everybody that did that, is every time I've seen that, like, evidence of a hack, of like a, early release unlock hack? Or are there players that are just that badass that burnt through the entire prestige system in the first several months since it went active? Like, what? Since, like, the prestige wasn't available till you finish your first run at levels 1 through 50. Well, I don't have any of his alts because those are all bundles, I guess. But whatever, we'll keep him on. We'll put him set to random anyways, so that he's default. It's the default setting for everyone. I am totally tempted to get this because it's super purple. If I have a boost of sponsorship. Speaking of which, dear friends, I need your help. I don't have any real view. I mean, I do have a few real human friends of the show that drop by every once in a while. But I don't have a thriving, almost daily visiting community that helps my numbers get me to a place where I'm monetizing everything. And I need that, yo! I'm like way out on a very scary limb here. I'm going to be really blunt. Oops. And upfront about stuff. I forget that you can open a bio for the characters. One of these days, we should just sit here and read the bios for all of them. I'm not going to do that now. We've already just did a big old tedious thing. Okay. We are set to defaulty McDefault. Alright, did we set... Come here. Set to random. Roger, random. Forgive me, I must answer nature's call. I shall return momentarily, but I will give you a little bit of DJ Zed music to tide you over. I might also just like run a quick mini errand in my head, or a thing that's in my head that I want to do real quick. Be right back. Okie dokie, folks, I have returned. Thank you for your patience. DJ Zed, bring it on down. Boom. Bloop. Put you back on default. Actually, 30 is good. So let's play another round or two of this. And then I'm feeling the need for chaos, variety, chaos. We're gonna go and we're gonna go back to our roots, our very beginnings of streaming, and return to Call of Duty Mobile, which I don't care what anybody says, it is as good, and they put in as much effort, it seems like, as any of the mainline titles. I know that there's a lot of debate and discussion about which one's better and which ones suck. I stand by my statement that they are all pretty epically awesome. Nuance differences, mechanics, physics, tweaking things here and there, but they're all the same game. And if they were all identical, everyone would be complaining about that. Here we go. No, let's just leave that. Let's go back to regular modes. I'm really liking the new maps. I can't wait till they start showing up inside the regular play. I do need to spend a little more time. We'll do a whole special, I'll label it. We'll do a special endurance like grind run on like, let's learn the new maps really hard. That new map that we just played is dope. That's the biggest map, or at least it feels like the biggest map I've seen drop for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And like I was saying, I miss real, genuinely medium to large maps. They're fun. Didn't have the right loadouts for it. I could have, should have, would have been running with like, assault, ARs and, how come I not know this? I mean, I know it, but I don't have it drop ready to go. Assault rifles and marksman rifles, and maybe some snipers here and there. I need to revisit and rework my sniper skills. I used to not be able to use them at all, and then I got weirdly good, better at them. Good for my level, of experience. 3-year noob. This is the middle of my 3rd year of playing Call of Duty at all. And I'm going to shut up now. Let's go. So close. I wish I could chit chat. Oh, come here. Come here. Did I lock it down this way? Look at the. There we go. See that this is a big enough map to rock a good sniper action, and I should do it more often. That's a really. I love that scope. I'm gonna try to set that up. LR with the whatchamahoozle scope. Come here. Do the thing. Sorry. All this microphone noise. I'm sorry. There we go. Now I can sit far back. And it can still be in my face. Welcome, friends. Let's tinker. Oh, so close. Okay, we're gonna do one more. I said we're gonna do Call of Duty Mobile next, but we're gonna do one more to knock out a token. OMG, I love being able to put it on auto rotate for randomizations of the loadouts of the characters. That's cool. Hardpoint. I want hardpoint. They want a different mode. Whatevs. What was the thing? Oh, it was an LR sniper with that first really short stocky scope. Which is funny because that's not a really that's a very low level scope for a sniper. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. Here we go.
Kill confirmed. You know what?
And
now
I
to
just
expect.
explained all
Get
that with
it
the
done.
mic muted. Oh my god, I am not on top of it right now. Focusing.
You claimed the advantage. Now hold it.
Move up. Marksman is down. Throwing frag. Enemy grenade. Hostile marksman in our AO. Grenade incoming!
Eyes on enemy.
Heads down, sniper working. Have visual.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Target confirmed. Going out.
Hostile marksman in our AO.
Engaging.
Taking stim. Eyes on enemy Molotov.
Hesitate, you're dead.
Enemy UAV inbound. Enemy RCXD detected.
Spotted an enemy.
Hostiles have assault pack resupply.
They're walking all over you. Have some goddamn pride.
Visual on enemy. Lining one up.
Hostile RCXD in
Target
your AO.
removed.
Deploying Archangel.
Daily authorizing UAV mission.
Eyes on enemy.
They've taken the lead. Rest and
All
recuperate.
stations.
Tomorrow
we are
you'll be
fucking
running
fucked.
drills until you
Escape and
drop.
evade.
That was really close, at least. Okay. Really annoyed how many dumb mistakes I made. Also, I realized I need to adjust a little bit. I need to tweak a few more things to the hopefully we'll watch some stuff to try and get that under control. Here's my problem. I always say I'm like, let's mix it up and play other games, and then I just want to keep grinding this game forever. I can't, because eventually my brain gets burnt out, and my hand-eye coordination starts to fall off, and my elbow starts. Excuse me, my elbow starts to hurt. Tennis elbow. Somebody fix it. And I'm really annoyed with myself. I'm really annoyed with myself that I went for however long I just did just then with the Xbox audio muted. That just made me so annoyed with me. Argle.
Also, I keep forgetting, but the Magic Movie Loop Maker does not like it when you play multiple games in one stream. It's like, I don't want to think about that. You're going to pick one game. And I like doing 2 matches of this game, 2 matches of that 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 game. Sometimes, if they're all the same game, like if they're all from the same franchise, I can kind of get away with it sometimes if I tell it just like, other game. And then like, I don't know which, you figure it out. And then it'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. But if we're like, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and then I go play Marvel Rivals and PUBG, it'll be like, I can't clip this. Oh, shit. Anyways, I guess we'll make that Magic Movie Loop. Can you guys fix that so it can do, please, oh please, dear Magic Movie Loop Maker website, let it just process 1,000 games in one stream so I can do, I miss doing those. And the reason I haven't been doing them is because then I'm like, oh, it's going to be a chore to find the moments myself manually. It's the whole point of the website and the service. It's the whole point why I sacrifice X many extra meals a month just to do it. Not really, but sort of that close. Go listen to my podcast, please. And if it triggers you, get angry and leave lots of comments. Oh, I should probably do reverse psychology on that, huh? Any hoodles. So now I'm torn about what to actually do. And I realize I've already been on for 2 hours and 12 minutes and 21 seconds. Bing, that's a magic number. Ooh, that was probably way too loud. You know what I'm probably going to do? I'm going to play 1 or 2 more matches here. I'm going to take a break, and then we're going to do something totally different than Call of Duty. And then later we'll come back and do Call of Duty Mobile for a hot minute, and then do something completely different. I think that's what we're going to do. Keep doing chunks of like... That's another reason why I do relatively short streams, compared to some people who play like 8 hours of the same game straight. When it comes to Call of Duty, my brain gets burnt out way too fast for that. Like, I can't. I could do Assassin's Creed for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know what my longest Assassin's Creed stream ever was, but in the height of falling in love with that game, I did do like really long sessions. And then if it's a different kind of game that's less stressful and more like not puzzle solving, but like when I first played, and this is random because it's also, I haven't played it since then, but when I got into the Jurassic Park builder games, I got both 1 and 2. I don't know if I paid for those or if those are on Battle Pass, on Game Pass. Either way, there was one episode where I was like deep into, and it was the first one. I wasn't as big of a fan of the second one. Like, it seemed more stage based and less like build one glorious park. Tragically, I did a 16-hour episode of Jurassic Park Builder Part 1. 16 hours? That's like 2 days. It's a day and a half. No, it's not even a whole day, is it? No, it's not. That's still a lot. That's still like most of a 24-hour day. That's 2 8-hour work days. Let's put it that way. And just straight through, didn't even think about it. Didn't even notice it. And then kapow. I was like, oh, God, I've been on this game for 16 hours straight. Crazy. So I have a hard time doing that. I can't really do that with Call of Duty. Even if I mix it up and play different games, it's still, there's like a threshold, and then my brain's like, I need a break, please. I can't process that much action that fast all the time for this long. Then comes the indecision. So I need your help. Friends. Give me a close up. We're gonna wrap this episode up. I know that this is abrupt, but when we hit 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 21 seconds, I knew, why does my webcam look weird? Oh, it was an extra weird, goofy wide mode. It looks weird on Twitch because it's like, anyways, something happened and I lost a hair tie. Something happened. I fidget. My hair ties are my fidget widgets. So if you ever see weird, like, it's just that's my fidget toy. It always has been. Even before I had long hair, I like these for that specifically, like this and rubber bands. So I would steal them from my friends. And then they thought I was trying to flirt with them. I'm like, no, they're just great fidgets. That was way before they invented fidgety toys for fidgety people who needed a little toy to like fidget with. We didn't have things like that. We had pink erasers that we desecrated and carved and tore up and like drew on, and which is weird to do to an eraser. I never got into actual art carving. I didn't know you could do that. And now there are people who make a living on TikTok selling the prints and the stamps that they make out of carving their erasers. And hooray for them. Here's what I need your help with, folks. And this is a tragedy to me. And I'm not complaining. I'm trying to manifest attraction of new audience. One of the main gimmicks here, TJ said, power up your music so we can ease on out of here. Live stream call to action announcement. I need your help, folks, because one of the main gimmicks that I conceived of for this show isn't happening because I don't quite have that threshold of, more than a dozen people participating in the live streams on a regular basis. So I need you to step up, and if you can't visit, please tell your friends who are already into live streaming and love variety and like Call of Duty and also other games. I want to do a thing where you guys, the viewers, vote for what games I'm going to play. Not in the stream that we're in, but for like upcoming streams. Come on through to my Twitch profile, even if you watch on other platforms, but come on over, and on the About tab, there's a little upvote box. There's a suggestion box. Nominate the games you want to see me focus on, and it's in theory supposed to be like a rolling week-to-week thing where I, talk about it throughout the week, and then I check them on Sunday and see what's new. I had a handful of people interact with it like a while back, and then nothing. So I need your help. Let's rally up the army of active viewers that are actual human beings and not chatbots trying to sell me services that I don't need and can't afford anyways. Please and thank you. Clip that, Eclipse. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a bit. Peace be with you, friends. Go be good human beings to each other out there in the real world as well as in the game lobbies. I don't know what we're going to play. If I had a large enough active audience at the end of each episode, I'd be like, let's vote now. What do you want me to play after I take a snack break? You want me to play another Call of Duty game? Do you want me to play Assassin's Creed game? Do you want me to play one of the MMO games? Do you want me to play Far Cry, Red Dead, Just Cause, The Witcher, which I love, but I also find really, really difficult because something about the way the fighting button map works, I haven't locked in on that game, and I uninstalled it to make room. But you get the picture. Come on through, folks. That fun, exciting audience interaction gimmick isn't going to work until we get some viewers that pile in and participate.